Right guys, here we are. So we're going to give this Schumacher Fusion 21 its first fire up. So I will film that to see how it goes. I've not actually ever fired this up. I've had it a while. This sort of design and this kit probably, I can't remember, is it late 90s, 2000, sort of early 2000s, so it's got to be at least 19, 20 years old. As you can see, all standard, as it were, at the box. It's got fuel in it ready, it's got a plug in it, I've got my kind of automatic starter, also got my rotor starter there, tuning tool. So we're going to give it a go. We'll go outside and let's see if we can get it started.
So the problem I had was the rotor start wasn't powerful enough when the fuel was going into the engine. It was just hydraulicing, stopping the rotor from spinning, and then eventually the cut-off would keep cutting down, so I had to change the battery. So try as we might, perseverance, coupled, as I said, I'm not sure the rotor starts as powerful as it should be. You never know what the carburetor settings should be. Got a good idea to start with, what they, to get the car running. But because this is technically a 1/8 scale engine in a 1/10 buggy, it needs quite a lot of oomph to turn it over. Usually it would be a pull start, but I decided in my wisdom to take that off because I wanted to get it started with the body shell on. That was the plan for ease of use. So I try and persevere, because a little bit of engine knowledge goes a long way. And I think that's why a lot of people shy away from nitros. They're not just plug and play. They are a bit loud, a bit dirty, I suppose. But I think that's half the joy of owning a nitro. So as you can see, it's just making sure that everything is set to the best of my knowledge, tweaking the carburetor here and there, making sure that the spark plug is igniting. In fact, you only know that if you took the spark plug out, but I did test it before I actually put the spark plug in. So if you'll bear with me, you're still here. It won't be long, I can promise you that. Until eventually, hallelujah. So it seemed like forever. A bit of tuning had to take place because the carb was just guessed. The main jet, I just, my normal two turns out. Throttle was still kind of wide open, idle. Well, not wide open, but it was too quick. So I had to fiddle around with the carburetor again. It's quite difficult putting the screwdriver in when the engine's running because it's all that vibration. What it transpired was the trim. So I adjusted the trim on the hand controller on the transmitter, so the carburetor wasn't quite as open, and it slowed down. So we had a few attempts. I was really pleased the fact that it started. Admittedly, it wasn't with an air filter on it. I have got the air filter, so that will change it ever so slightly. But as you can see there, a little bit of fettling with the throttle stop, and the revs drop. But I was concerned about the heat and the temperature of the engine. It's not being, run through the air. So I was just making sure occasionally the fins weren't too hot, in my opinion. At least it was running. All I did so far was that was the throttle stop. Occasionally just turning that out to take the throttle stop to take it more closed in a closed position. So the second time I got it running, which is good. A little bit more sort of tuning with the carburetor. There's only so much you can do whilst in the shed, the car ticking over. But considering I bought this probably 6 months ago now, and I haven't really done anything to it, I did take the engine apart and put it back together myself, not knowing really what. It's basic stuff in there, I must admit, but it all turned through, so I was really pleased with that. So all that I've got left to do now is, I don't know really, get it running outside. So get the shell on it, put the carburetor intake filter on, and give it a good run. So I'm going to start adding some fresh air now, so I shall see you out on track very soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.